Hello and welcome to SoGoodReviews.com, the YouTube edition. And we take a look at Set Up from 2005, directed by Billy Chung and written and produced by Wong Jing. And the plot is about horror writer Moon Siu, played by Chung. She's one to get heavily into her stories. She immerses herself into her stories she writes, but now real life calls. Before her marriage, she's having laser surgery on her eyes, but since something goes wrong, she has to look forward to one extra day of blindness before being fully recovered. So she's taken care of by her spunky sister Yan, but soon a trio of robbers enters this house, this very desolate house, as they are supposed to meet up after their heist. They have a calm but psychotic leader, played by Chung, as well as a rapist within this trio, so with Moon upstairs blacked out on painkillers, Yan has to suffer. Eventually though, Moon wakes up, half blind, and stumbles upon the horrific truths in motion. And you know, despite Wong Jing on as a writer and producer, this thriller affair settles on being one genre, thankfully. In a way, it's Wong Jing merging with a better filmmaker like Billy Chung here, as the script leans slightly towards the exploitation side of both these filmmakers. Then again, it also leans towards the shameless imitator Wong Jing is, as I'm sure this frame story has been done in a known movie before. I can't figure out which one though. The movie opens with Moon in her fictional world, and some threats of Wong Jing light wacky shenanigans, but there's also obvious script inclusions such as Moon receiving a harpoon as a wedding gift. You know, that's an obvious prop destined for a callback, but whatever. No one is reinventing the wheel script-wise here. So Billy Chung also shows his love for over-the-top style with usage of tilted angles and sped-up imagery, and for me personally, I wonder if Set Up will be one of those stylistic excursions equaling both lazy, but an excursion I'll fall for because I'm weak for loud imagery. But in fact, Chung creates a conflict in his direction via this usage, because the movie's part hyper, part a simmering mystery, so Chung obviously wants his story to be a slow burner, and you know, he should have tied his shoelaces properly first, as this choice makes him trip constantly. There is a fairly well-created aura of mystery before Chung and company are introduced, but tense thrills and a faster pace to this largely one-location movie is seriously lacking. The basic need of setup basically never gets fulfilled. Unfortunately, we know beforehand that the filmmakers want to rebound from this by amping the tension as we roll along. In fact, it gets even worse. Chung exhibits this feisty fighting heroine, as the script calls for her to be, but this aspect falls into the silly column as the once blind girl all of a sudden displays a creativity in setting traps, basically being more resourceful than we ever expected her to be. And there isn't even one line by Wong Jing to set this up. Even I, as a pretty bad viewer in terms of paying attention, thought this lacked believability. You know, for Set Up, to sum it up, better filmmakers should have made this film. Or perhaps they already did make this film.